You should just really just watch to the end to see what I'm talking about. It's not really real. It's just in game, but just watch. Trust me. What's up, guys? Twistashio here with another Planet Coaster video. You guys really liked the last one, so I decided to go ahead and make the other one. Tell me what days you think I should upload them on. I was gonna upload it on Friday, but more people were watching and said they couldn't wait, so I decided, hey, might as well just wait to upload it on Thursday. I lost a lot of the footage for the building of the coaster from corruption. So this is basically, I got it right at the tail end of me now smoothing the coaster out. I had the basic shape of the layout that I wanted, but it just, I wasn't sure about the ending, and I go ahead and change the ending, but I do that after I wanted this to be a really smooth coaster, so I think I used most of the track is done with the 4-meter smoothing method. So it's a relatively smooth coaster. But you can see here where I just extend the station, and I wanted the end to be a little better. And autocomplete actually came in clutch, because I kind of like how this makes it, how the ride ends now. So there you can see I have like the top hat, I have a couple of inversions, some airtime heels, and then we have the second launch, which honestly could be better, could be earlier in the layout, but I just wanted that ride to have that closeout feeling of, whoa, top hat. It's supposed to be, I don't want to say an older ride of the park, but it's supposed to be one of the basic, more simple layouts. It's not supposed to be the standout coaster. So I just really wanted to fill that gap of, oh, this is a thrilling coaster, it's a fun coaster to go on, but it's probably not the coaster you came to the park to ride. You just get on for the top hat section and then it's over. So you can see me running through the ride, making sure it was all smooth and finding out what parts needed to be smoothed, thinned out. So it's a lot of riding through. Don't worry, this red does not stay, especially because I end up naming it Gulpy Shock. So the red is definitely not staying. Here you can finally see what? Oh, no, you can't see. Okay, guess we're back. Here you can see where I am doing the pathing and how I will be combining the sidewalks with the normal path, and then I go into working on fencing. A good tip for this game, if you ever get it, is just have multiple projects to work on in one project, because then you won't get burnt out as easily. So that's just a slight tip. So you can see me going in, putting this fence in using the Archer animatronic, because that just is the best way to look at how things are scaled. There you can see me making that little behind the scenes area. I really like that. It looks so cool. There's that beach I was talking about last episode. But I like that behind the scenes area. It looks so freaking cool. There, I was looking for how I wanted to do this area, because I wanted it to not feel like a main street maybe, but I did want it to kind of have that vibe of you're walking through something, not a city walk, but more of just you walk in, you're not just greeted with coasters and rides. You have your stalls, you have an area you can go over to. So that's what I do here. I make this little corner building that kind of follows, I don't know what style it is. It's I don't know what theme it goes in. It's not even modern. It's just more of a, I don't know. I can't really tell you. It's a weird theme. You can make the judge for yourself what type of theme this is. But I do like how this building comes out. It fits right into the park, especially when I recolor the ride, and it just looks good there. It's scaled properly, and other than that, I think it came out alright. But I'm not sure about the windows. So just let me know about those, because those are a little iffy. But you can see me just going around detailing it and making this, trying to make this look nice. I'm definitely not a Planet Coaster expert. People build a lot nicer things than I do, but I was trying, you know. That's what matters. I was actually trying. There you can see where I put those windows in and changed things out for doors and stuff like that. But I don't know. And then my mouse went wonky, and I just couldn't get that to work. So you can see where I put that wooden trim in. I think the wooden trim helps the building a little bit because it was kind of gray and boring and flat, and I really didn't like it. So just decided to go back in and, you know, edit it a little bit, make it a little different. Yay, different, whoop whoop. So I add the wooden trim. It's dark, but it adds a different texture to the building, which I think the building needed. I don't think it needed to be this white and gray building with blue hints onto it. I just think it needed that brown, that dark brown to make it feel, I don't know, different, more alive. I don't know. So here you can see I was putting this, I don't really want to call it like a roof trim, but I was just going around the building, giving it this hint of wood, just to spice it up a little bit. Now I don't know if I like it. I don't like this building anymore. I'm not sure. It came out alright. That's all I can say. It came out, I guess, how I wanted it, but I think it could be better. Just let me know. Tell me what I can change, because I just don't know. A lot of you guys did like the first episode and wanted to see more, so, you know, here we go with another video. Yay. I did like to hear your comments that you wanted to see more. I think that really boosted my morale for a little bit, so that made me happy to see. So here you can see I was trying to find out what flat ride, because my rule for Planet Coaster is one plaza, one coaster, one ride. That's how I structure my things. So if I have a roller coaster, I should have one ride, and it should also have a plaza nearby. That's just the way it works. So I think what fit the area the best was the cube. The cube ride, I thought that just looked right. I think that just fit. You also see that sign that says Luna Studios. I'm not sure if I put that in the last episode or not, but I like it. I like that sign, but I have to remove it and do it again with art shapes, because those letters are toolkit items, and I'm removing all toolkit items from my library as of right now, because of the lag they cause. So I was just going in, adding depth to the building, making it, you know, layered rather than just a flat surface. I think that automatically makes the buildings look cooler. I don't know about these windows. They don't, I don't know. This whole building's an I don't know. It just looks weird to me now that I'm looking at it on camera. But I guess it fits the area a little better once, you know, the coaster's colored. So once we get past the coloring of the coaster, I think the area looks a little bit better, rather than having, you know, just a straight red coaster. Sorry, your camera was not broken then. I was looking for a color scheme, and I think I settled on this blue, because I just thought the blue and gray looked really cool. So that's where this Gulpy Shock idea came from. I thought the blue looked like electricity. So I just thought it looked really nice. So I would just ride through, making sure everything's smooth. So I added these blueprint items. These are blueprints, and I recolor it to be gray because I wanted it to feel like that's part of the launch. I want to go for semi-realism in this park. You know, it doesn't have to be totally realistic, but as long as it has a decent look to it, I'll be happy. There you go. You see me, you know, fixing up the building, making it look nice. I did a quick walk through the park. Most of these, you know, you'll be able to see some cinematics of this. They'll mostly be the cinematics, I guess, or I might change it up. I might re-record some new cinematics, because it makes no sense to use those if the UI, you know, is blocking the way. But I do really like the views that the coaster gives. I think the coaster looks great. It looks nice. So yeah, you guys will see that. I was just getting the cinematics. I couldn't remember if I recorded cinematics or not, but I guess I did, and that is always cool. So I was running through the layout, and then hopefully it shows it, but I wanted this to stop and then start up again. I thought that was a cool way. It cut away from it, but I thought it was a cool way to merge that gap. So I wanted it to stop and then go over the top hat. So I think the way I did it kind of stops quickly, but in the end, I like how I think it works. It works for the ride. So you can see more custom fencing. We all love custom fencing. But I like sticking a normal fence with the wall in it. I don't know why, but some of these walls just look so good with one of the normal fences stuck in it. Like concrete, I love concrete in this game. I don't know why. I love it in Minecraft as well. Concrete is just such a nice, item to use. So you can see I stopped doing the custom fencing because I wanted to put a building there. I wanted the coaster to kind of ride by some of the buildings. I didn't want it to feel like it was secluded or just the street was one-sided. So I go ahead and add a building in. It's a simple little building, nothing too much. You know, it's a shop or whatever, you know, with the flag on the top and neatening it up, nicing it up, a nice little small patio. But I wanted the coaster to fly by it, you know, stuff like that. So then we got its shirts and stuff like that, which are also getting removed because those were toolkit items. I made that the staff area. I thought that was really a neat way of incorporating staff to slow down. Here, I built a restaurant. I just basically copied the building and then put the restaurant boxes in the inside and repurposed that building for a restaurant. For some reason, I've never worked with the restaurants in this game, so I just decided, hey, that would be cool thing to try out. Here you can see I was working on custom footers real quick until I went back in the path because I thought I needed to extend it so we can get like a queue and stuff going in. What you can see here, I thought the queue should go through the building rather than it just be off to the side. I felt like incorporating the coaster into the park is just the best thing to do. Now, I don't build the coaster station. I don't do that for a while actually. Simply because I gotta figure out how I want it to look. I want it to look good, but I don't want it to stand out too much. I want it to be open, but I need it to be relatively small. So I'm trying to work on some things in some sandbox parks to see if how I really want to go with it. So here I was just doing a custom planter box or whatever, and I wanted the foliage to sit up. So I used temple pieces, and that is the mulch. There used to be mulch in this game. I don't know why they removed it, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And let me tell you, temple pieces are amazing because you can do so much. They're recolorable. Like, whoever's bright idea was it to make them recolorable, mwah, perfect. Love you. Thank you. Because if they weren't recolorable, I don't know, but if they would be used as much. But they are literally the best things to come to Planet Coaster. So if you get it, get the Adventure DLC. So here I was just doing a simple fence because I thought, hey, it doesn't need anything too intense. It's not a roller coaster. It's a ride, but you know the ride has fencing as well. So it should be good if we just put a couple of bushes and branches and stuff like that. So that's what I ended up doing, and again, came out just how I expected. You know, just a little area where there's some green rather than the sand of the roller coaster, which will get some grass or maybe some tarmac inside to make it a concrete coaster. You Then I continue working on the building, the station building, so I wanted it to feel and flow right. So I just add on a roof and kind of change up the angles, add some wood trim to the tops, and honestly, that was pretty much majority of the station, I mean, not the station, the main street buildings for this coaster. So I just go in, add the custom supports for areas that should be designed a certain way, aka I did them based off of images of how the support structures for these are, or I followed just based on instinct, honestly. But I think the ride does look good with the custom supports. It looks a lot better, honestly, than what it would have looked like. So I added custom supports over the path so it wouldn't feel unsupported. And then I do my top hat supports, which were honestly really fun to make. A lot of fun. So I just followed how top hats are designed in real life, and then I go into the incline dive loop, which I was gonna use the in-game supports, but then I decided, nah, they look bad. So I added my own supports, and the dive loop looks great. It really clears up the coaster. So you saw a little glimpse of the dark ride area. Anyway, that's the video. You guys will be seeing the cinematics right now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.